and after 70, your muscles can shrink faster than ever. But 8 everyday proteins, better than eggs, can help you rebuild strength starting today. And muscle is not just about strength, it's about independence, balance, and energy. After 70, your body naturally loses muscle mass, and a process called sarcopenia. That's why everyday tasks like climbing stairs or lifting groceries can start to feel harder. The overlooked cause. And many seniors simply don't get the right kind of protein. Not all proteins work the same way in the body. Some are better absorbed, and some repair muscle faster. Some even protect against inflammation while building lean strength. Today, and I'll walk you through 8 powerful protein sources that are easy to find, gentle on digestion, and proven to support muscle health after 70. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to eat, how much, and how to start today. And stay with me because the last protein on this list may surprise you. It's more effective than eggs for building muscle. And most people don't realize this. But after the age of 70, the body begins to lose muscle at a much faster pace than in earlier decades. And this natural process called sarcopenia is often dismissed as just part of aging, but it has real consequences. Weak muscles affect everything. How easily you stand up from a chair, how steady you feel when walking, even how confident you are climbing stairs or carrying groceries. And the overlooked problem isn't just the loss of muscle itself, but what it means for independence, safety, and quality of life. And everyday strength is built on muscle. Without it, balance becomes unstable, reaction time slows, and the risk of falls increases dramatically. And falls are one of the leading causes of injury in older adults. And the underlying reason is often not brittle bones, but weak muscles that can no longer protect and stabilize the body. That's why muscle isn't just about looking strong. It's about staying mobile, and staying independent, and staying in control of your life. Here's where many people get caught off guard, and they believe they are eating enough protein to support their muscles. But the reality is different. As we age, and the body becomes less efficient at absorbing and using protein. This is called anabolic resistance, and it means the same meal that might have built muscle in your 40s or 50s is no longer enough in your 70s. You could be eating eggs, chicken, or beans every day and still not give your muscles the fuel they truly need. Over time, and this quiet gap between what your muscles need and what they actually receive leads to steady loss of strength. And the hidden challenge is not only how much protein we eat, but the quality of that protein. Not all proteins are created equal, and some contain the essential amino acids in higher concentrations, especially leucine, which acts like a switch to turn on muscle repair. And others may be rich in protein, but are harder to digest, leaving less available for the muscles themselves. And seniors often struggle with digestion, reduced appetite, or limited food choices, which makes the problem even more complicated. Without the right kinds of protein, meals may look complete, but the muscles remain undernourished. Think of your muscles as a savings account, and in youth, you keep depositing with every meal, and your balance grows. But after 70, withdrawals happen faster, and then deposits don't count as much unless they're the right kind. If you're not careful, your muscle account runs low. And unlike money, and you can't borrow strength, you either have it or you don't. This is why so many seniors find themselves weaker year after year, and even if they haven't changed their diet. The rules of muscle building have changed, and most people are never told about it. Another part of the overlooked problem is timing. Many seniors load most of their protein into one meal, usually dinner, but the body can only use so much protein at once for muscle repair. The rest is wasted as energy or stored as fat, and muscles respond best when protein is spread throughout the day with moderate amounts at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this steady stream keeps muscle repair active around the clock. Unfortunately, most traditional eating patterns skip protein-rich breakfasts, and leaving muscles underfed for the first half of the day. There's also a cultural mindset that works against muscle health, and some people in their 70s and beyond think building or maintaining muscle is only for athletes or younger people, and they underestimate how critical it is for their own daily life. But science is clear. Muscle at any age responds to the right nutrition, and even at 80 or 90, the body can still build new muscle if it receives the right signals. And then the tragedy is that many seniors never discover this because they've been told or they believe it's too late. It isn't. And the overlooked problem is not simply that the body loses muscle after 70. The real problem is that most people don't know how to fight back, and they keep eating the same way they always have, unaware that their muscles require more support and better quality protein than before. And they don't realize that timing matters, that digestion matters, and that choosing the right protein sources can make the difference between weakness and strength. And this lack of awareness leaves many seniors vulnerable to preventable decline. The truth is, muscle loss is not an unavoidable fate, and it's a call to action. With the right foods, the right balance, and consistent habits, muscle can be maintained and even rebuilt. And the body may change with age, but it still responds to proper care. And the sooner this overlooked problem is addressed, the longer strength and energy and independence can be preserved. When most people think about protein, they think of quantity and how many grams are on the nutrition label, or how many servings of meat or eggs they had during the day. But the truth is, and not all proteins are the same, the quality of protein matters just as much. And for seniors, it often matters even more. And protein quality is determined by how well the body can break it down into amino acids, how many of those amino acids are essential, and how efficiently they can be used to repair and rebuild muscle. Proteins are made up of building blocks called amino acids, and out of the 20 different amino acids, 9 are essential, meaning your body cannot produce them on its own. You have to get them from food. Among these, one in particular, leucine, plays a leading role. Leucine acts like a key that turns on muscle repair at the cellular level. Without enough leucine, the muscle building process stalls, even if you've eaten plenty of protein. And this is why two foods with the same amount of protein on the label can have very different effects in your body. Animal-based proteins like fish and poultry, dairy, and eggs generally contain all 9 essential amino acids in high amounts. They are considered complete proteins. And plant-based proteins, while incredibly healthy, often lack 1 or more essential amino acids, or they provide them in lower concentrations. And this doesn't make them useless. It just means they work best when combined. For example, rice is low in lysine, but high in methionine, and while beans are the opposite. Together, they provide a complete protein. And understanding this is key, because relying on only one type of protein without balance may leave your muscles undernourished. And even if you feel full, protein quality is also about digestibility. As we age, stomach acid production often decreases, and which can make it harder to break down proteins fully. That means even if you eat a high-protein meal, your body may not absorb all of it. And softer proteins like yogurt, tofu, fish, and/or protein powders designed for seniors are easier to digest and allow more amino acids to reach your muscles. Tougher cuts of meat, on the other hand, may provide protein, but not in a form that your body can fully use. And choosing proteins that are both nutrient-rich and easy to digest is one of the smartest ways to maximize muscle health. And there is also the matter of speed. Some proteins are fast digesting, like whey, which makes them excellent for muscle recovery after activity. And others, like casein from dairy, digest slowly, providing a steady stream of amino acids over several hours. And both are valuable, but they play different roles. A fast digesting protein is like a quick repair crew rushing to fix damage, and while a slow digesting protein is like long-term maintenance that keeps everything running smoothly. And seniors benefit from a mix of both to keep muscles supplied around the clock. Beyond muscle repair, and protein quality affects inflammation and overall health. Some proteins come packaged with nutrients that fight inflammation, and like omega-3s in fish or antioxidants in certain plant proteins. Others, especially highly processed meats, may do the opposite, and contributing to inflammation that breaks down tissue faster. This means protein choices influence not just muscle strength, but also joint comfort, blood vessel health, and even brain function. High-quality proteins support the whole system, not just one part of it. And one overlooked point is that seniors often eat enough total protein, but not enough high-quality protein spread throughout the day, and a dinner heavy on meat might provide 40 g, but a breakfast of toast and coffee may only give 2 or 3. And since the body can only use about 25 to 30 grams of protein at once for muscle building, and that big dinner doesn't provide the advantage people expect. Instead, muscles thrive on steady, balanced protein intake at breakfast, lunch, and then dinner, with each meal containing a meaningful source of high-quality protein. For seniors, protein quality is also about safety, and some worry that high-protein diets may strain the kidneys. For people with healthy kidneys, this is not a concern, and the issue arises when protein is consumed in extreme amounts or when low-quality sources dominate the diet. Choosing lean and nutrient-dense proteins and spacing them evenly throughout the day provides strength without unnecessary stress on the body. At its core, and protein quality matters because the body changes with age, and the same food that kept you strong in your 40s may no longer have the same impact in your 70s. By focusing on the quality, digestibility, and timing of protein, you make sure every bite counts. This is not about eating more. It's about eating smarter, and the right proteins in the right form at the right time give your muscles the signal and the resources to stay strong. The bottom line is simple. And muscle isn't built by grams of protein alone. It's built by the quality of amino acids, the body's ability to absorb them, and the balance of choices made every day. By paying attention to these details, you can make protein work harder for you, supporting strength and independence and vitality long after 70. Protein can be thought of as the raw material for your muscles, but not all sources deliver the same benefits. When we talk about the 8 proteins that work better than eggs, we are pointing toward foods that are easier to digest, richer in certain amino acids, or more effective in supporting aging muscles. And each one plays a slightly different role, and together they form a toolbox for maintaining strength and energy after 70. The first is fish, and beyond being a complete protein, fish like salmon, tuna, and sardines come with omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and improve muscle function. And this combination makes fish more than just a protein. It's also a natural support for joints and circulation, and many seniors find fish lighter and easier to digest compared to dense meats, making it ideal for regular meals without digestive discomfort. And next is Greek yogurt. It's packed with protein, particularly casein, and which digests slowly and provides a steady stream of amino acids to the muscles over several hours. And yogurt also adds probiotics that support gut health, which is critical because a healthy gut improves nutrient absorption overall. And seniors often benefit from this balance of muscle-building protein and gut support in a single simple food. And whey protein powder deserves its place on this list because it is fast-acting and rich in leucine, and the amino acid most responsible for triggering muscle growth. Whey is easy to prepare, highly digestible, and can be added to smoothies, oatmeal, or even soups. For those who struggle to eat enough solid protein at each meal, whey acts like an efficient shortcut, and ensuring the muscles get what they need without extra cooking or chewing. Another excellent source is chicken, particularly skinless breast, and it provides lean, concentrated protein with very little fat, and making it useful for those watching calorie intake while still needing high-quality protein. Chicken is also versatile. It can be roasted and stewed or shredded into soups, all of which make it easy to chew and digest. For seniors balancing strength with heart health, and chicken remains one of the most practical choices. Soy is one of the few plant proteins considered complete, and meaning it contains all essential amino acids. Tofu and tempeh, both made from soy, and are gentle on digestion and can be flavored in many ways to fit different cuisines. And soy is especially helpful for seniors who prefer to limit animal products, but still want a dependable muscle-up supporting protein. And its phytonutrients may also support bone and heart health, adding extra layers of benefit. Lentils and beans come next, and while they are technically not complete proteins on their own, when paired with grains like rice or whole wheat bread, and they create a powerful combination. Beyond protein, lentils deliver fiber, which supports digestion and helps stabilize blood sugar, an important factor for seniors managing energy levels. They are also inexpensive and widely available, and making them an accessible way to keep protein intake steady. Cottage cheese is another powerful protein that often gets overlooked, and like Greek yogurt, it contains casein for slow, sustained amino acid release. It's also rich in calcium, which supports bone strength, and many seniors enjoy it as a snack or breakfast option combined with fruit or vegetables. Because it is soft and easy to eat, and it suits those with dental challenges or reduced appetite. Finally, lean turkey rounds out the list. Similar to chicken, but with a slightly different nutrient profile, turkey offers high-quality protein that supports muscle repair, and it is also a source of tryptophan, which the body uses to make serotonin, a chemical that influences mood and sleep. And good sleep is an overlooked part of muscle recovery, making turkey more valuable than it might first appear. And these 8 proteins do more than simply provide building blocks for muscles. They also bring additional nutrients, better digestibility, and unique health benefits that align with the needs of seniors. By mixing and matching them throughout the week, and it's possible to build a diet that keeps muscles strong, supports energy, protects digestion, and promotes overall vitality. Eggs are excellent, but these choices can often deliver a more complete and supportive package for healthy aging. And the key to using these proteins effectively and safely after 70 is not just about what you eat, but how you eat it. And muscles thrive on consistency, variety, and balance. And your digestive system works best when foods are introduced thoughtfully. And safety starts with portion size. Too much protein in one sitting can overwhelm the body, especially if kidney function has slowed with age. And instead of eating a large amount at once, it's better to spread protein across the day in smaller, manageable servings. Think of breakfast and lunch and dinner as opportunities to nourish your muscles with snacks that bridge the gaps. This way, your body can steadily absorb and use what you provide. Digestibility is another important consideration, and as the digestive system changes with age, some people may find certain proteins harder to tolerate. For example, dairy like Greek yogurt or whey may cause bloating if lactose intolerance has developed. In those cases, lactose-free or plant-based versions are widely available and just as effective. Similarly, beans and lentils can cause gas if eaten in large portions without preparation. Soaking them overnight, rinsing well, or starting with smaller amounts helps the body adjust, and paying attention to how your stomach feels after meals will guide you toward the proteins that work best for your system. And cooking methods also influence safety and effectiveness. And frying proteins and heavy oils can add unnecessary fats that strain the heart and slow digestion. Instead, baking, steaming, stewing, or grilling lightly with olive oil keeps the food lighter and preserves its nutritional value. For example, fish can be gently baked with herbs, and chicken can be roasted with vegetables, and tofu can be stir-fried with minimal oil. And these approaches make proteins easier to digest and kinder to the body while still delivering flavor and variety. And hydration plays a subtle but crucial role in using protein safely. Protein metabolism requires water, and without enough fluids, the kidneys may feel stressed. Seniors often overlook hydration because the sense of thirst decreases with age. And a simple rule is to pair every protein-rich meal with a glass of water or herbal tea. This supports digestion, nutrient absorption, and kidney health. It's a small habit that makes a big difference over time. Another aspect of safety is balance with other nutrients, and protein alone cannot build or protect muscles. It needs the support of vitamins and minerals. For instance, and calcium and vitamin D strengthen bones, while magnesium supports muscle contraction and relaxation. Pairing protein with colorful vegetables and whole grains and healthy fats creates meals that are complete and supportive. And a piece of fish with roasted vegetables and quinoa does far more for your body than fish alone. By combining foods, and you not only gain more nourishment, but also reduce the strain of overly concentrated protein. Timing is equally important, and muscles benefit most when protein is available shortly after activity. Even gentle exercise like walking, yoga, or light resistance training creates small tears in muscle fibers that need repair. And having a protein-rich snack or meal within an hour of movement helps the body rebuild efficiently. On the other hand, eating heavy proteins right before bed may cause discomfort or poor sleep. And lighter options like yogurt or cottage cheese work better in the evening. And adjusting the timing of protein intake ensures your body uses it for growth rather than letting it sit unused. An awareness of portion control helps prevent both under-eating and over-eating protein. And many seniors mistakenly reduce protein intake as appetite declines, which leads to gradual muscle loss. A good rule of thumb is to aim for a palm-sized portion of protein at each meal, adjusted for individual needs and health conditions. And consulting with a healthcare provider or dietitian ensures the amount is appropriate for your specific body, and especially if you have kidney concerns, diabetes, or other medical conditions. Finally, variety is a form of safety in itself, and relying on just one or two protein sources can limit nutrient diversity and may increase the risk of intolerance. By rotating fish, poultry, and dairy, beans, and plant-based proteins throughout the week, and you give your body a broader range of nutrients while reducing the chance of overloading on any one food. Variety also keeps meals interesting, and which makes it easier to stay consistent with healthy eating habits over time. In summary, safe use of protein after 70 means paying attention to how much you eat, how you cook it, how well your body digests it, and how you balance it with other nutrients. It also means drinking enough fluids, timing your meals around activity, and keeping variety on your plate. When approached thoughtfully, protein becomes not just fuel for your muscles, but a steady partner in maintaining strength, energy, and independence as you age. When we step back and look at the full picture, the message becomes simple and empowering. Building and protecting muscle after 70 is not about chasing complicated diets, buying exotic powders, or following fads that promise instant results. It is about understanding what your body truly needs and giving it the right support consistently in a safe and sustainable way. And the overlooked problem is not that your muscles can no longer grow. It is that many people stop feeding them the way they should. And muscles are living tissue, and like any living thing, they respond to care, nourishment, and regular use. They do not retire when you retire, and they remain ready to grow stronger if you give them what they need. Protein is,